Good evening. Welcome back to BEM Tech. I'm Bem, and today we are going to talk about what to do if you want to back up your information, if you want to upgrade to a new computer, if you want to install Windows 10 on your existing computer and you want to back up the data before you do that, or if something has happened and you just need to reinstall Windows 10. So today, we are reinstalling Windows 10 on my laptop. So the first thing I would advise you to do, if you're backing up, if you're reinstalling, or if you're just being cautious, is download a program called BELARC Advisor. So all we have to do, BELARC Advisor. Type that into Google, and it's going to be under belarc.com, the advisor, and this is a free program. Download a free copy. You download that, you run it, and I've already downloaded it, so I'll just show you what it looks like quickly if you run. And so what it's doing right now is scouring the computer, and it will display in a web page which is locally hosted, so nothing from this program actually goes out onto the net. It doesn't report back to their website. It doesn't report any information to them. This is all locally saved on your hard drive on your computer. But what it's going to pull up is a lot of information from your computer. It goes over the operating system, the processor, the system model, the circuit boards, the drivers, the memory. But the main reason that I would have you run this is because it also displays any paid applications, programs that you have on your computer, and also the license code. This is a great way if you have Microsoft Word, if you have any Adobe products. This will print out the version you have and also the product key, any numbers that you need to reinstall that program if anything ever happens. And once it's finished going through, I'll do a quick little go through over it. I don't want you to see my codes or anything, but you'll get the gist of it. And when it's done, it will open up in your default browser. From that browser, then you have the option to print out that page. Is what I would recommend you do anyway. That way you can save a copy and you have that on file just in case anything ever happens and you do need to reinstall those programs. I'm going to skip this step just so we can bring it up and take a look at it. So here the default program is Edge, and as you can see, the operating system, the system model, the process, the circuitry, drivers, users, communication, all the devices it's been connected to, and then from there it goes to the software licenses, and that's where you're going to find any paid apps that you have. So all you would do would be go up and print this page out. It'll probably end up being 4 to 6 pages, and then you have a copy of it. The next thing I would do is get yourself a flash drive. This one here is just a small 8 gigabyte, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and plug it in. And once it's in, I'm going to go ahead and open up basically my computer. And there's my empty drive there. Before I do that, I'm going to open this up in another window. So I have two copies. I'll throw this one here, this one over here. And on this one, I'm going to open that flash drive we just put in. So just double click on it and it's open. From here, what I would do is actually go under the main drive, and you're going to look for users. You go under users and you find a username that you want to back up. If you're the only one using this, it should be just your name, but my wife and I were sharing this, so we have a couple things here. From here, you have all of that user's information. I'm going to go and grab the desktop file and drag it over. I'm going to take documents, downloads, Dropbox I don't need, favorites I can take. I'll look in those OneDrive folders. I shouldn't need any of those because they're backed up to OneDrive on the web. Pictures, and I believe that's everything I want. So I'll grab those all and drag them over to the flash drive. Basically then, this is all that person's information being backed up on this flash drive. Once that's complete, we'll go ahead and jump to the next step. Okay, so once that is complete, you can check and make sure that all the files are there. I mean, I really know everything's here, but the only other thing I was going to check was the videos, and I didn't think there was any videos here. And that's Skype stacks, we don't need those. So basically, once that's all copied over, we can remove that, keep that safe. That way we can reinstall it. The next step you want to do is, if you're reinstalling Windows 10, is you're going to look up Windows 10 Media Creation Tool. And the first link there is download Windows 10 disk image ISO. That's from Microsoft.com. So we're going to click on that one. And the Windows 10 creators can help you to get started. Click Update Now. We want to do the installation media. So you can click on Download Tool Now, and that's going to download. Now while that's downloading, you will need another flash drive. I always use my one I keep in my pocket here. It's a dual with a micro USB as well, but this is the one I use. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in, and I know for a fact that it does already have the creation tool on it. So I'm going to go ahead, once that installs, but from here, once you have the Window Media Creation tool, you can click on that to open it. Finally, it recognizes my drive. Do you want it to allow changes? Yes. And the Window Media Creation tool will launch automatically once you click yes. And we're going to walk through the steps of installing the ISO on the flash drive, getting ready to upgrade, ready to reflash your computer. You can read through all that, except The reasons you would want to do this is if it did an upgrade and things are a little funny, if you visited a site or got some malware, different adware or things on the computer and you want to just reflash it. So we're going to create the installation media, but that would be reasons why you would want to do that. And if you're doing it on the computer that you want to reinstall, you can use the recommended options for this PC, or if you know it's a different type of computer, you would want to change this maybe from 64 to 32, but for the most part that's what it's going to be. I want to use a USB flash drive. My flash drive is right there, and if you're not sure, you can always open up this PC and see your flash drive letter. So I'm going to click next, and you do need to have a clean USB drive or one that you don't mind losing the information on, because it will format that flash drive to install the media on it. And I'm going to go ahead and pause here while the Windows 10 downloads onto this computer. Alright. So once your flash drive is ready, we're going to go ahead and click finish, and then it's going to do a little cleanup before it closes. Basically it's going to delete the temporary files. So with that being done, if you now check this PC, you will see on your flash drive you have all the programs needed to reinstall Windows, to install Windows, to refresh Windows, whatever it may be. So we're going to go ahead and do a restart. So once you boot from the USB, be greeted with a Windows setup prompt. I'm going to go through and choose your settings. Click next. If you have a virus or something is wrong with your computer, you can always choose repair your computer option. It is not what I recommend. Once you get a virus or adware or malware on your computer, it's akin to somebody breaking into your home by kicking in the door and taking your stuff. Once they leave, you come back, realize somebody broke in, you replace the lock on the door. That's fine. You can add security by putting a deadbolt on the door. That's Malwarebytes, that's Windows Defender, that's Norton McAfee. That's akin to putting a deadbolt on it, but ultimately, with that door being kicked in, the framework, the structure, the foundation of that door has been compromised, and it'll be just easier next time for the next person who comes in kicks in that door. So what I recommend doing is a clean install after that. So let's go ahead and install now. And this is acting for the activation key. Right now I'm going to click I don't have a product key because Windows 10 will go online, find that information, and it'll be backed up fine. Couple of options here. Let's go ahead with Windows 10 Pro. Accept the terms. I'm going to do a custom install because what I like to do is completely delete all these partitions that were made from previous installs. all out until I'm down to just one main partition. Perfect. I'm going to make a new one. And while that's making a new partition, it's going to make 3 partitions in total. 2 of them small, 1 of them your main drive, and that's where we'll install Windows. Actually, it made 4. So you have the primary, which is a 465 gigabyte drive, and these little megabyte ones, recovery, system, and reserved. You don't have to, but I do like to format the drive before I start. Just something I do. As long as you're on that primary drive, go ahead and click next, and that's going to go ahead and install Windows. So once that has finished installing, it'll do a reboot. And we will be greeted with the Windows 10 Creators Update.
Hi there, I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help. A little sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan to do. You can use your voice or the keyboard along the way, and if you'd like me to stay quiet, just select the sound icon. If you need an assistive screen reader, press the Windows, Control, and Enter keys at the same time to enable narrator. Okay, enough intro. Let's dig in. Your region is set to the United States. Is that right?
Yes.
Your keyboard is set to US. Want to stick with that?
Yes.
Do you also type with another keyboard layout?
No.
Now let's get you connected to a network. That way you can get updates, apps, and cat video. How about the first one on the list? Want to use that one?
Yes.
Now type your credentials. Mission accomplished. You're all linked up. All right, you're connected. Now, we'll check for any updates. Now, let us know if this computer is owned by your work or school, or if it's yours. We'll set it up accordingly. Type your email address or phone number, then follow the instructions to sign in. I'll catch up with you once that's done. Hey, look! It's the me part of setup. Can I have permission to use the info I need to do my best work?
Yes.
These are the settings Microsoft recommends. Go ahead and review them, and select Accept when you're ready. Okay, that's the last step. We need to get a few more things polished up for you, and Windows will be all yours. Looking forward to helping out.
Alright, so once you're done setting it up, we're going to take our USB drive and plug it back in. Of course, it'll take just a moment for it to recognize it. We're going to open up the folder to view the files. And what I like to do is slam this window on the side. If you right click on this PC, you can actually open in a new window. Now slam this window over on this side. And all you're going to do is go back to your local disk, users, your name, and we're going to go ahead and click the first one, hold down shift, click the last one, and drag them all over to the other side. And this will take just a few minutes to copy over all your files, depending on if you had a lot of files, a lot of pictures, a lot of programs, so on. Now this won't actually install any of your programs back into it. That's why we printed out that sheet, so we could reinstall those and then enter the activation code, the security code, the product key back in. And once that is finished, we can go ahead and eject that drive by right clicking here and ejecting the mass storage. And as you can see, files on the desktop are back where we started. The documents are back. Downloads are there as well.